D2 Word Life here with...
D2 Word Life here. Juggalo Gigolo 420 in the house.
I'm going to pretend that I didn't hear what you just said, and welcome to a special episode of the D2 and Friend podcast.
Where we're going to be cross-dressing for Halloween.
No, we're not.
We get 10,000 likes on this video.
No, we ain't.
Oh, but, come on. If you get 10,000 likes, you have to cross-dress.
Who says I already don't do that? I'm just kidding.
Well, I mean, I already know. You send me the images constantly on Instagram.
I don't send you shit. I don't send you shit. I'm not the one who sent you a picture of a mannequin wearing a bra. You did.
Yeah.
But anyway,
that's a mannequin. I'm not fucking wearing the bra.
But anyway,
not since 16.
But anyway, all jokes aside.
Shit, the seat wasn't down. Crap.
Okay, why are you talking to me in the bathroom? All jokes aside, happy Halloween.
Because the bathroom's the only place where there's no vents and there's an exhaust fan.
It's like, happy Halloween. This is a special episode of D2 and Friend podcast.
Special episode of D2 Word.
D2 Word Life, whatever. And today, me and this
Word podcast.
And today, me and this dumbass are going to talk about
our dumb experiences with Halloween
over the years.
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Dumbass.
Fucking light.
Jesus, you got too many distractions going on over there. Mr. Dumbass, you tell your story first.
Oh, which story?
I don't know, your earliest Halloween experience.
Wait, are we starting this shit from... Okay, fine, you know what? Hey, quick question. What was your first costume ever? Like, what was your first Halloween, much?
You mean the first one I can remember?
No, like, the first one. Like, you know, when your fucking parents, like, dressed you up and shit.
I don't remember that fucking far back. You expect me...
I was a pumpkin. My very first Halloween, I was a pumpkin child.
It's like man, first Halloween I remember dressing up as...
I was a Cabbage Patch Kid. No, I was a fucking Pumpkin Patch Kid, dude.
Yeah.
I've had the Halloween bug ever since.
Anyway, I remember the first Halloween costume I dressed up in that I can remember was a Harry Potter costume. Despite the fact that I don't watch the movies anymore. You still there?
Yeah, well, I'm still here.
Well, I read the books then. I just don't read now, period. And and neither do you at a third grade level, but that's a different story.
Okay, what was the most illegal Halloween thing you have ever done?
That's more of a you question. I haven't.
I mean, we talking law breaking or just basic humanity laws broken?
I haven't, dude. Why are you interviewing me? I'm interviewing you. You tell your dang story.
Okay,
you tell your story as long as it doesn't get you in trouble on this podcast.
Oh no, it's not really illegal. It's just being a shithole. So, when I was like fucking 7, right?
Yeah.
Me and my friends all wore the same costume, right? You know those like fucking Scream hoodie, the Grim Reaper looking fucking hoodies? You know, just all black. It's like an all black cloak, right?
Yeah.
So we got those, but we had over 6 different masks.
Okay.
We go to a house, we're in one costume, leave the house, go to the next house in the same costume, go to the end of the driveway, put on the masks, go back to the same fucking house. And then vice versa, and just kept going back and forth, back and forth. We did this 6 times over because we had 6 masks.
That sounds like a clever way to get a bunch of free candy from the same people.
Oh, it really did. Especially, like, there was this pizza shop that was also near us, right?
Yeah.
Because, like, I used to live, like, where I'm at right now, like, when I was a kid, right? and there was this pizza shop, and they gave away free pop on Halloween.
Yep.
So our little dumbass kid selves fucking did our little mask switchy bullshit.
With that.
And guess what?
You got caught?
We got 6 cans of fucking pop.
Ah.
Everybody got assorted. I got Coca-Cola.
Not sponsored, by the way, thank God.
No, what do you mean, thank God? I wish I was fucking sponsored.
But anyway, for me, I don't remember too many Halloween memories except for, you know, trick-or-treating as a kid like you usually do. Me and my friends would do that shit. But as the years were on, when I went to early adulthood, it wasn't really that important. Halloween is my favorite holiday, by the way. Gives me an excuse to dress.
I'm goth, and if it wasn't my favorite holiday, then what the hell's wrong with me?
Gives me an excuse to paint up like a freak and actually look normal.
Yeah, it's like the only reason why, it's the only time I can actually dress goth, and it's considered normal.
Yeah. So, I remember one time me and my friends were hanging out, doing, you know, the trick-or-treating shit. Just, you know, hanging out in general. And, that was about it. Afterwards, we went back to their place, watched some horror movies. You can't freaking say this is a Halloween podcast without talking about horror movies.
Yeah, shit.
So, speaking of horror movies, I got a question for you. What was the first ever horror movie you ever seen that you remember? If you can remember that. Because we all know which Halloween or horror movies you like.
That scared me? Because, like, I watched horror movies as, like, a toddler, and they never fazed me because I didn't really know what the fuck was going on.
Okay, what is one movie? Okay, fine, let's go with that one. What's one movie that scared you that as a kid that you remember?
Oh, fuck. I can't remember, but my sister made me watch this Barbie movie. And the animation was just so atrocious, and nothing worked properly, and my little, like, kid brain was like, oh shit, what the fuck's wrong with her fucking body? And I was like, I fucking was terrified over it.
Yep. And, for me...
Gotta love good old 2000 animation.
Yeah. And for me, it's like, I remember, specifically the first horror movie I remember watching as a kid was, I believe it was Nightmare on Elm Street, the second one? Maybe it was the third one. I don't remember, but I remember it was a Freddy Krueger movie that I seen, which sparked my interest in horror movies. Hence why I'm a Friday the 13th fan now. And collect all the stuff. What about you?
Mm-hmm. I don't really know.
Like, I know you. We all know you're a fan of the Halloween series, and that's been documented. You've been making that known throughout the last couple of years. What actually got you hooked on that specific horror movie franchise over the others? If you remember.
No, I think the main thing, it was the theme song that I fell in love with at first, right? From a very fucking young age, and then I fucking watched the movie, and I just loved it.
Yep.
I don't know. I know I talk about Halloween a lot. We always do Michael versus Jason bullshit and all that. I mean, there's no real true answer because pretty much it would be a stalemate. Unlike fucking Freddy versus Jason, I believe Michael Myers and Freddy would just be a stalemate. I mean, we all know fucking Jason kicked Freddy's fucking ass, right?
And Jason and Michael would just be...
I mean...
It would be a stalemate,
There's no way fucking Freddy would be alive, because when he's out of the dream world, he's a human.
Yeah.
Like, literally, like, fucking Jason would have fucking stabbed him, and then that's it. It's fucking gone.
But Michael and Jason, I mean, we can debate over the years, and trust me, on this channel, my channel, we have. But, like, you're right, I think that'd be a stalemate, and... Even if Hollywood decided to make a movie of Jason versus Michael, they'd have to end it to where it's a draw to make that way there ain't no fan backlash.
I just don't see how it could really be like anything. They'd probably just fucking slash each other until they're just heads.
Or something. Have it be a
That they'd
stalemate.
still be alive.
Yeah, they'd have to end that movie in a draw just to make sure there ain't no fan backlash because one slasher lost. You know, there really shouldn't be no clear-cut winner. That should be debated for forever. Really, in the horror movie community, you know what I'm saying? It's like the Pepsi versus Coke debate. Which one's better, Jason or Michael? It's always going to be that way. And I guess that just comes down to personal opinion.
But we always talk about Halloween and Friday the 13th, but what's some of your other favorite horror movies? Because I'll tell you mine. My like second favorite horror movie franchise is freaking Saw.
Saw.
Now I know that's not, a lot of people's like fucking go-to,
Yeah.
but really, I like Saw because I just like the. Yeah, sure, the fucking story's fucked up and timelines get fucked up. The main thing is, it's just watching people die from machines that are just designed to kill people.
I mean, I'm
you
not...
know?
Yeah,
I watch it for the death. I don't watch it for the story or anything.
Yeah. And me, I mean, I've seen some Saw movies. I'm not really the big fan of it, but I know what the story's about. But for me, if I had to say my second favorite horror movie genre or horror movie like franchise would be the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Freddy Krueger and the Dream and the Dream Killer and all that shit.
I'm not gonna lie. Like Nightmare on Elm Street, I haven't watched a lot of them because I haven't really been able to get into them.
Yeah. I mean, my favorite Nightmare on Elm Street movie is the third one. Like, if you're gonna watch one Nightmare on Elm Street, it would be that one. But yet, with all these horror movies here, all of them have their flaws. Mostly, at least, have one movie that sucks. And for the Nightmare on Elm Street series, it was the reboot or the remake. Everyone knows that one.
Yeah.
For Halloween, it was the third one. That should have been a totally another new movie, different movie in itself.
Because like it wasn't established that the Halloween was actually Michael's like thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
because it was Michael was supposed to have just died in like Halloween 2.
And for the Friday the 13th series, I know a lot of people crap on the 10th movie, but to me the 10th movie is not the worst. You know, that's the one where Jason goes in the future. But to me, the top two, depending on personal opinion, movies that are the shittiest ones in the Friday series is the 9th one or the 5th one. The ones that didn't have Jason in it for the majority of the film. To me, I think the 5th one's better than the 9th one. That's just my opinion. Even though we know it's Roy Burns as the killer, that's just my opinion. The 5th one's better than the 9th one. I mean, I wouldn't... If I had to rank my top 5 favorite Friday the 13th movies, the 5th one would not be on the top 5, but maybe it'd be like maybe 6 or 7 overall, somewhere in there. Only because of all the kills in it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
So what about you? What's your favorite like Halloween movie out of that series you like?
Out of what? Saw?
Out of all the Halloween movies, which one's your favorite?
Oh, what do you mean Halloween movies? We're talking horror now, or just like
the Michael Myers movies? The Michael Myers movies. Which one
is
would be
probably
your favorite?
2018 so far. I haven't seen Kills yet. But the thing is, I think. Okay, so basically, what Halloween 2018 is basically a continuation of the original John Carpenter film, right?
Yeah.
So the two timelines now. Oh, there's actually multiple timelines because of how messed up the movies are.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's mainly because like just different people like started working with Halloween, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
But
so it's like
I don't know. So my favorite so far is the original Halloween, and then Halloween 2018 because it's just a continuation of that. I haven't seen Halloween Kills yet, and I really want to.
Oh, we know you want to. Ever since they announced it this year, which is out now, by the way.
I was going to see it, but the thing is, Bree didn't have her like vaccine passport and shit.
Yeah.
So she can't fucking go see the damn thing.
But anyway. When it comes to Halloween, like, out of all the costumes, or should we say normal clothes, which one was your favorite look that you had for, like, Halloween, if you had to pick one? We're going back to talking about regular Halloween stuff, costumes and shit.
Costumes?
Or looks.
I don't know. I've been like everything. So like, I mean, I've been Anakin Skywalker. I was Mace Windu once. Like, I mean, at age 6.
Oh yeah.
I know it was stupid because I had like this really professional, like, grade replica of like Mace Windu's lightsaber, like one of the old like Revenge of the Sith ones.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And, like, the thing is, there's this Darth Vader, right? And he had, like, this crummy, like, little plastic one, right? You know? Like, the suit was good. The suit was great. Like, he had everything, right? But the lightsaber was crap because they didn't have, like, these good LED ones they have freaking now.
Yep.
Right? And then there's me who had, like, one of those LED ones at that time. Because, like... Yeah, I know, it was funny. Yeah, I was also Batman. I don't think I was ever Harry Potter. I think I bought the costume, but it never was Harry Potter for Halloween.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was Batman. I don't know. I want to be Batman again. Like, I've never been the same thing for Halloween, which is weird.
Yeah. I've been the same thing for Halloween multiple times, especially throughout my adult life.
Yeah.
Because, you know,
for
someone like me that likes only certain, like, you know, characters and looks, it's kind of hard for me to pick out, like, a different look every year.
Yeah. But, like, I mean, I was able to do that when I was younger, but now I kind of want to repeat them, right? Like, I could do a really good Batman now that I'm an adult, you know? Like, I mean, there's no Batman kids costumes that turn you into Batman. You're just Bat-Child at that point.
Yeah, and let me tell you, my
Bat.
looks, the earliest memory I had.
Little chubby kid in a Batman costume, Bat.
Child Bat, Bat-Child.
But anyway, it's just Child Bat.
But anyway, For me, yes, the earliest memory I had was dressing up as Harry Potter for Halloween, but I don't really remember, like, a whole lot of my costumes. I think, if I remember correctly, I think there's a photo of me when I was, like, a year old, dressed as an Indian. Or Native American, which is what my true bloodline is.
Same.
But, I don't really remember too much from my, like, teenagehood, but my adulthood, I remember painting up as Violent J from Insane Clown Posse, painting up as Joker, and obviously being Jason Voorhees the last, like, 3 years, and painting up as a psychotic, wicked clown type character. And out of all those, I would say, like, my recent Jason Voorhees looks are pretty much my favorite look recently. But I'm going to be doing something different this year. For those listening, you see the logo in the middle of this podcast screen right here of my GTA character. Yeah, I'm going to paint like that for this year for Halloween. And I'll be posting all those photos on my social media accounts. And God, it's probably going to look shitty. So what are your plans this year for Halloween?
Basically ordering a ton of junk food and, like, shelling out candy.
So pretty much being me on a daily basis?
And other plans, too.
Oh, we know what the other plans are. You don't need to go into specifics here.
Yeah.
But, you know, I had some great memories around the Halloween time. But anyway, I remember,
okay.
I remember one year.
Right.
Anyway, you can go on with your story first.
Okay, first off, what was I saying?
I don't know. What were you saying? You were trying to cut me
I
off when
don't
you had it
know,
on your
dude.
mind.
I'm really high right now.
Anything can happen on a D2 podcast.
Yeah, hold on. Let's see. What's your favorite Halloween movie, like, of all time? Just, like, the
Do you
stuff that
mean
you just want
Halloween?
to, like, watch like, first thing you get up on Halloween morning.
You mean like Halloween movie, like any type of Halloween movie or horror movie?
Yeah. Any Halloween movie, whether it be, like, a comedy,
Or a horror movie or something.
Nightmare Before Christmas, freaking, scary movie
Okay,
for just
okay. I might age
any Halloween
myself.
thing.
I might age myself a bit when I say this, but every year I try to. Besides the horror movies that we already established here, every year for Halloween, or every year near Halloween, I try to at least watch the first two Halloween Town movies that Disney produced back in the 90s. You know the ones I'm talking about, I think.
Yeah. I
And
know. That wasn't
trust
the
me,
shit
if
I
that
was
was such
raised
a,
on, though.
but you know the movie I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
But let me tell you something. If there was really such a town in real life that was Halloween themed all year, that's a town I'd want to live in.
Oh, fuck yeah.
What about you?
I would know. I would just live in it. That would be freaking great.
Exactly. Shit, I'd be your
I've
fucking
never
neighbor.
seen Halloween Town, but that sounds amazing. I would totally live in it. The Halloween themed all year, right?
Yeah. If
So they
there was a
wouldn't give a
town,
shit if I painted my house black.
no, they wouldn't. They would have probably
Oh
encouraged
my
it.
god, that sounds perfect. Where is this place?
It's not a real city, but if it was, I'd be living there.
Fuck.
If it was a real
Hold
city,
on.
shit, you and I'd probably be neighbors.
Dude. There is, like, land in Canada that is, like, undeveloped. Middle of nowhere. Let's build that freaking town.
I'll call it Halloween Town.
Yeah. We can make it into a TV show and give it to Disney Plus, and that they will support the funds for building our freaking town.
Yeah. I mean, that's a town I'd want to live in. But anyway,
I mean, it's free real estate.
But anyway, here's another thing about Halloween and scary shit. You can't talk about Halloween and scary shit without talking about Scooby-Doo.
Okay, wait, but we didn't go on like what my movie was.
But anyway, we'll talk what I'm talking about after your movie.
Okay, yeah, but my overall all time first thing I want to hear is the freaking soundtrack for this movie. Okay, Charlie Brown and the Great Pumpkin.
Oh yeah, that's a classic. Shit, that movie's older than I am.
I know. I love that fucking movie.
Shit, that movie's probably about the same age as my old man, and he's in his 50s.
Yeah, I know. I was raised like a lot of like my Halloween in like memories like come from when I was like with my grandparents. And it's like on my dad's side, right? And that's like the movie they raised me on from like when I was like 2 and all that.
It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. It's like, no, it's just some fat guy smoking a blunt.
No. Oh, so you don't worship the Great Pumpkin. You don't pray to him and hope that he brings you great fortune.
But anyway, that movie's a classic.
That's what I do.
That movie's a classic. Always will be.
I know. And just the soundtrack that, like, nothing gets me in the Halloween mood than, like, you know, setting my alarm to, like, play that.
Yep. So anyway, you can't talk about Halloween without talking about pumpkins and ghosts and shit like that. So have you ever carved a pumpkin before?
Yes, all the time. I can carve a pumpkin in under 5 minutes. And that's cutting it open, gutting it, shaving it down, drawing the face, and carving it out.
Yep. And what's your opinion on pumpkin spice flavored stuff?
Love it.
Ugh, that's gross.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I tried pumpkin spice shit. I thought it was nasty.
No. Don't get me wrong. There is some very, very fucking shit pumpkin spice shit. And some things that just, they never needed to be pumpkin spiced, okay?
Pumpkin spice toothpaste.
You don't need to make pumpkin spice candles that just smell like fucking cinnamon. I know that those aren't fucking pumpkin spice, that's just fucking cinnamon.
Or pumpkin spiced freaking Twinkies.
I have never tried those, and I want to.
Or how about this? Pumpkin spice coffee creamer. That probably tastes like crap.
Okay, well, let me put my 2 cents to the issue. There's good pumpkin spice, and which is, to me, something that gives you the same taste as like pumpkin pie or pumpkin puree.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Something that gives you that pumpkin taste. But usually to enhance the pumpkin, right, pumpkin spice, it's like pumpkin and cinnamon. But a lot of products just use nothing but the cinnamon and call it pumpkin spice.
Yeah.
And it sucks. But okay, so the things I actually like pumpkin spice is, first off, you don't have really Tim Hortons in your town, I don't think, do you?
We got a place called Starbucks.
Yeah, I know, but you don't have like a Tim Hortons, right?
No, that's a Canada thing, just like Starbucks is a U.S.
Well,
thing.
it's owned by an American company now, so I just didn't know. But
go on.
They have these things called pumpkin spice muffins.
Yep.
And they are fucking amazing. Another thing that's really good pumpkin spice is the pumpkin spice blizzard from Dairy Queen.
Yeah. Anyway.
That is fucking delicious, and you cannot deny it. Especially when you mix it with cheesecake or a strawberry something. I can't remember. But let's see. What else is good pumpkin spiced?
You better not say pumpkin spice cereal.
Pumpkin spice Cheerios are actually pretty good.
Or pumpkin spice cake. Actually, that's pretty much pumpkin cake.
I live and breathe pumpkin, D2. Shut the fuck up about it.
Fine, would you eat pumpkin spice flavored bacon?
No. No, that's just a bad combination. Pumpkin and bacon wouldn't work.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. But there's certain things that are amazing pumpkin spiced.
Or how about pumpkin spice Pop-Tarts?
I have not tried those, but I want to. Second.
I seriously don't. Anyway, we're about 30 minutes in. Let's talk about some other shit.
But no. And all like fucking pumpkin spice ice cream. Or pumpkin pie ice cream. Pumpkin pie ice cream is great.
Yeah. But anyway, let's talk
about
something
else. Have you ever tried it?
Yeah, but here's...
I have to wait all year just to fucking have that shit. It fucking drives me crazy. I like to just buy it completely out of stock.
Yeah, anyway. We're about a little over 30 minutes in, so let's talk about... And I know we dedicated a whole episode to this, but let's talk about ghosts. Since that's kind of association with Halloween, too. And paranormal shit. I've been seeing a lot of paranormal videos all year long. You know that.
Yeah. Okay, first off, one of my favorite shows is Ghost Adventures, okay? And I haven't been able to watch it for, like, so many freaking... Like, almost a year now.
Yep.
But we finally got a subscription service that actually allows us to watch it, but it's not available on the PS5, so we have to use our PS4 and use the web browser to actually get it on the TV.
Yeah, that sucks. But for me...
But it works. And it has all the seasons of Ghost Adventures.
When it comes to paranormal videos and shit, I've been watching, like, paranormal video channels where they put together all the clips, talk about it. I've even been watching Arctic react videos to them all year round. And, yeah, they're pretty good. And I'm subscribed to the main channels that he reacts to when it comes to the paranormal ghost activity videos.
Mm-hmm.
All here on YouTube. You just gotta look for them.
Mm-hmm.
But, of course, this wouldn't be a Halloween video without me sharing a kind of a happy Halloween memory I have that it's kind of sad now. And this is the main reason why I wanted to do this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I remember years ago, it was Halloween. I believe this was 2014. I was 21 years old at the time. And had a buddy of mine hang out with me that night. And, we painted our face up like ICP-style clowns. He was a juggalo, too. We gave out candy. I could tell he was having a good time. That was one of the last times I hung out with him, too. I had fun that night. Unbeknownst to me, he would pass away 2 years later. And, I told you about my friend like this.
Mm-hmm.
And, at the time I wasn't really paying attention that this might be the last time me and him hang out and have fun, to that, like that. But now looking back, I'm kind of glad I have that with me, that'll live forever. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, yeah, that's like a touchy story, but I just wanted to get, that story out there for this Halloween podcast special.
Mm-hmm.
So, and every year, we stayed at my place that night, gave out candy, so every year when I'm at my place giving out candy, which is something I do every year now, I feel his presence. Know he's around me doing that shit, because I guess you can say the last fun thing I did with my friend before his passing 2 years later. But damn. But every year I do that, and I think of that time period. I can't help it, you know what I'm saying? And at least I get the strength to carry on every day. And do this every year. And that's all that matters to me.
Yeah.
So,
speaking of trick-or-treating.
When was the last time you ever trick-or-treated?
Last year.
Last year. Did you get the you're too old to be trick-or-treating speech?
No, I never got that. In fact, it was so easy last year because Halloween was canceled last year in Canada. Or in Ontario. Ontario's a bunch of cunts. I fucking hate living here.
Yep.
We're known as the Florida of Canada. But what does that tell you?
You guys are rebellious. Shit, last year Halloween on my block was fucking lit. I didn't really expect that many trick-or-treaters because of the whole situation that we're living in. Yeah,
but this is the thing. So basically, nobody was shelling out candy, and the ones that were just left a bowl out. We were complying with all the codes. We put like 6 bowls, 6 feet apart. We got a fuck ton of candy. The worst part is, a lot of people took like the entire bowls and just dumped it in their bags, but
shit, I would have done that.
I don't blame them. There was like no candy at all, right? So, I'm happy the kids got the fucking candy, at least. There was still some left over, but I will admit I brought them in a little too early just to fucking say, hey, I want to keep some of this fucking candy. I didn't think it was going to go this fast.
And
when they start just taking it and dumping it,
Excuse me. Anyway, I don't go trick-or-treating anymore. I just hand out candy every year.
Yeah, but when you did, what was the scariest thing that ever happened to you?
I wouldn't say scariest thing that ever happened to me. It's pretty much every year was just, all the same. And, remember one time I went to this 3 haunted house event 3 years ago. That was pretty fun. And scary. The actors did their job just right during that point. But I always said this to myself when I was like in my mid-20s. I'm in my late 20s now, so about 5 years ago, do the math. I always said to myself, if I go up to a house and trick or treat, and then the person looks at me and goes, "Aren't you too old to be trick or treating?" I just look at them back and be like, "Aren't you too old to be living?" Which I know sounds horrible to say, but still.
Yeah, it's...
Be like, trick or treat? What do you fucking mean? I'm just a fat ass trying to look for a free snack.
Trick or treat. Trick or treat, small my feet. Give me something good to eat. Not too big, not too small, just the size of Montreal.
So that question goes back to you now. What was the scariest thing you've ever encountered on Halloween or near Halloween?
Okay, so basically, when I moved in, like, with my dad and shit, right, and I went trick-or-treating, like 3 years in a row, right? I thought I was getting all the houses, right? You know, I go trick-or-treating with a fucking king-size fucking pillowcase.
Oh, yeah?
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
You know? Nice, silky fucking thing. Sturdy, strong, and lightweight.
Yep.
It's like the perfect end-all solution for a trick-or-treat bag. Don't go with the fucking weird fucking tiny shit, right? Like, you know, with the little artworks and shit like that you buy at the store. No, just go with a fucking high-quality king-size pillowcase. Okay, so first off, I've been trick-or-treating this road for, like, 3 years, right?
Yep.
So, how dumbfounded did I feel when there was a full moon, you know, the lights were all a little fucky on the street, right? Like, they were very old, like, street lamps. Like, not old street lamps, right? But they were, like, very, like, dim. They were, you know, the moon was out. It was foggy out. There was leaves blowing. It was kind of windy and chilly. So how dumbfounded did I feel when I passed the first street that I know existed, right? Because I had, like, the hill to get down to the main road.
Yep.
Why was there a street that I've never seen before? It apparently existed the entire fucking time. I've just never noticed it. And this street is, like, very dark, very cryptic. It's just, like, you know, the trees are, like, almost overgrowing everything. Everything's, like, you know, high-end houses and all that, but then there's this old, really crickety-looking street, and the Halloween displays that were up were just great. But I was just scared because I was just like, where the fuck did this street come from? I've never seen it before, and it just terrified the living fuck out of me. So, like, I mean, full moon, and sky was like a reddish color too. Like, you know, like the like thing I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Like a true Halloween night, and this fucking weird street was just there. I'll try to show you a picture, like, from Google Maps, but that was just the fact that I've never before, and it just seemed to appear out of nowhere on Halloween for me.
Anyway, we're a little over 40 minutes in. I just want to share, like, this last story, and then you can share your opinion on that, and then we'll wrap this up. Anyway, what is the... I'm going to tell you you know what the funniest freaking Halloween memory I have?
What?
Like, you know, funniest? I remember this happened literally I think it was last year or a couple years ago. I don't remember exactly when. I think it was a couple years ago. We were giving out candy, and I was, you know, wearing my Jason mask. You know, my full part 7 Jason mask, right? Mm-hmm. With the Jason head and the hockey mask. You know, you've seen the picture. But, I remember one time this kid was like, I think, well, not necessarily a kid, one of the trick-or-treaters came up to me. I think he looked about, you know, 14, 15. I don't give a shit, you know, it's trick-or-treating, I don't care, right? He come up the side of me, like, dressed in whatever costume he was in. He was like, ah! You know, trying to scare me, right? Or jump scare me out of nowhere because I wasn't paying attention. I just looked over again. He goes, did I scare you? I just lift up my mask. No, you didn't. He goes, oh, shit. And then runs off. I think I deflated his ego that night, so I pretty much pulled apart 8 there. You know what I'm saying? So what's your funniest Halloween memory?
Okay, so when I was young, I also shelled out candy, right? Like, I go trick-or-treating, I would fill up like an entire pillowcase, and then I would just go back home, right?
Yeah.
And show candy. So basically what I would do is I'd hide in this like little coffin, right? And I'd dress up like a zombie, and I would just pop out of the coffin. So basically there was like a 5-year-old, right? And, you know, like he was basically being watched by like this fucking like 16-year-old, right?
Yeah.
I pop out of the coffin. 5-year-old doesn't fucking flinch, doesn't give a fuck about me. The fucking 16-year-old bitch was running across the fucking road, left the fucking child just fucking gone.
What the fuck?
And I asked, I'm like, don't you want your candy? She's like, no, it's fine. And she just stayed over there waiting for the kid to grab his shit and get the fuck out.
I'd be like, you mean to tell me your 5-year-old sister or niece or whoever this is tougher, braver than you? Wow. That's funny. But anyway, what are your plans this year for Halloween? Probably my plan is giving out candy, doing everything. All I gotta say is, for those watching, stay safe out there. And, you know, shit like that. If you're gonna party, don't do anything stupid. If you're gonna stay indoors, watch horror movies, that's fine. If you're gonna go out, do your trick-or-treating or get free candy, more power to you. So what's your final thoughts before I wrap this podcast up? Chris?
I don't know. My final, what?
So what's your final thoughts on Halloween before I wrap this up?
I like it, and it's a great holiday, and I think that a lot of people are not really getting it anymore, and I freaking hate it. I wish more people were putting more effort into Halloween.
Yeah, a lot of people, it seems like a lot of normal people like Christmas better than Halloween. I see it every time around this year. And I'm like, bro, we got Halloween and Thanksgiving to go. At least I do.
Stop decorating on my road, and it's really sad. Because I remember Halloween having basically almost every house decorated and all that, and just nobody does it anymore.
Yeah, I know, that's sad. There's people that decorate on my block, and I can tell from that it's going to be... Hell, one of my neighbors on my block has like his own like mini haunted house that the kids go into and get candy in and shit. And I'm like, you ain't gonna outstage us. We have pretty much our whole setup out there with a speaker system playing Halloween music and everything else, like a big dance Halloween party.
Embarrassing story coming in. So basically, there's this one disc that I just can't stand. I've never have. It's terrified me, like traumatized me from a child. Just the sound of it, I just can't stand it.
Are you talking about the freaking mixture of different like? Are you talking about the CD with the different mixture of Halloween scream effects like you'd hear in a haunted house? Okay, good. Which one are you talking about?
I don't know what it's called. It's basically an orange disc with like a black like house. It's very minimalistic. But the thing is, it was from like a store in Canada called Dollarama. And if anybody has a copy of that fucking disc, I will give you whatever the fuck you want for it.
Why would you want it?
I want it because I want to see if I can still if I can finally listen to it and just remain calm. But it's always just made me like freak the fuck out.
Anyway,
like if someone was playing that at their house, I could not go on their driveway. Like I could physically not do it.
Oh, don't worry. You ain't the only one that has an embarrassing Halloween story. I'll tell my...
Also, here's a picture of one of the houses on that street, right?
I'll look at that later after this podcast, but... Anyway, embarrassing Halloween story, shit. This may sound pretty funny and hilarious. But since you shared your embarrassing story, I'll share mine. When I was a freaking kid, I would say about 9, 10 years old, I was deadly afraid of the Scream mask. And not the regular Scream mask. And not the regular Scream mask. I'm talking about the one that comes with the fake blood on it to make the face bleed. I don't know why. Knowing that I'm a horror fan now, that don't faze me. But back as a little kid, that was traumatizing. For me, I don't know why. That's embarrassing. I really don't bring that up until now. But now it's out there. So everyone, haha, make fun of me. Make fun of me, haha, kiss my ass. Jason is still better than Michael Myers. But there you go. You told your embarrassing story, I told mine. Jesus. But, so anyway, with that, I'm going to wrap this podcast up. Anyway, anything else you need to add to this?
No, not really. Just have a happy Halloween and enjoy.
Yep.
I am going to eat the most of candy this year.
Yep. It's like, happy Halloween. Be safe out there, and
if someone treats you like a dick, you can egg their house. Don't. It's illegal. But if you really think you're not going to get caught, then go right ahead.
And whatever you do this year on Halloween, I'm being serious. Whatever you do, do not give them pieces of candy like my GTA character does, if you know what I mean. Anyway.
Yeah, do not commit act of terrorism. That's pretty self-explanatory.
Anyway. I'll catch you. Happy Halloween. Happy Halloween, and I will catch you in the next podcast. Peace.